This is Jay Rambin at WorkWise Computers. Today we're going to talk about how to find something on your computer using a really great utility called Search Everything. It's called just Everything now. The Windows tool for finding things is pretty weak. If I want to find something on here called Jay Wedding Mug, which is a picture that I use, that actually comes up pretty quickly because I've used it recently. But if you're looking for something that's kind of obscure, like maybe my QuickBooks files, star.qbw, it's going to take a long time to find those. I have to click see more results, and off it goes, and it's checked its indexed areas and says, well, I don't find anything. Well, we'll see how easy it is to find a QuickBooks file after we use everything. So this is called Search Everything, and the best way to find it, in my opinion, is at ninite.com. So however you like to go there, ninite.com, excuse me, is a really great website. So let's just go there real quick. Got the wrong one. Here we go. So lots of stuff here. Gosh, boy, I hate hunting and pecking for things. So on most web pages, if you hold down the control key, and control's in the very lower left-hand corner, hold down the control key and touch F, F for find. Then you're going to see, I'm using Firefox right now, but down here on the lower left is saying, what do you want to find? Somewhere on here it's going to ask you what you're looking for, and I'm just going to type in every, but just the beginning of what I'm looking for. And here it highlighted right over here, so I just put a check in that and hit Get Installer. And Firefox wants you to save it, doesn't give you the chance to run, so you have to save and then get it from the download arrow here and run Search Everything. It's a really quick installation. Ninite makes it really easy. There's no next, finish or any of that extra toolbars or garbage that comes along with it. That's why I love Ninite. Ninite. You see it right here. Oh, here it is. Oh, we're finished with Firefox now. Okay, Ninite is finished. It says everything's okay. So, normally we would, after we reboot, it will start itself. But Windows 7 is kind of nice. When you click Start after you install something, it's usually right there. Or you could just type everything or every, and it shows up at the top here. And there it is, Search Everything. So here it is, opening up. Now down here it says scanning E, scanning C. So it does need to quickly scan the drives. It doesn't have to scan the entire drive. It just looks at the file tables. So it's actually pretty quick. And if you have it start with Windows every time, you don't have to wait for this when you launch it. But the first time, since I just installed it fresh, it's got to scan a little bit. So in here, I'm going to look for, now you saw me earlier do star.qbw and all that stuff. Well, we don't have to use wildcards or anything here. We just know that, most of us know that QBW is the extension for a QuickBooks Windows file. At least those who deal with QuickBooks Center would be looking for one. Or you might be looking for a PST file. It's still scanning actually my M drive, which is where I image my machine. It's kind of a large one. Sorry, but it'll be finished here in a sec. There we go. So this is what it looks like when you open it and it's finished scanning. And right up here, we're going to type in what we're looking for. And you can type in anything that you know that's in the name or that's in the extension. So I was saying QBW. I don't have to do the stars or whatever. So here it shows everything with QBW in it. I can just scroll down. And here's one, some of the QuickBooks files, and it finds every single one of them. Now, if I know that, well, it's also, I know that it's from my old company, Kona Mobile Computers, I can also type KMC in there, and it finds anything that has those two in them. Actually, it's on a different computer, so this is showing some of my RoboForm passcodes. So if you know that it's a let's say it's a DOC, right? It's a Word document, and it has well, it has my name in it or something. There's gonna be a whole lot of those. So there's a whole bunch of Word documents with my name in them. Really handy if you're dealing with Outlook and you're looking for your PST files. It's real easy to find those. This does come up with a lot of them, so you can put Outlook and then put a space, and it'll show the ones that your Outlook PST files. And if you do know the wildcards, it does narrow the search a little bit. So star.pst means anything, doesn't matter what the beginning of the name is, but show me the ending being a PST. So this truly shows only the PST files on the computer. And what's really handy, what I like to do is click this, you can sort them by clicking the column heading. So I usually like to sort by, I'm usually looking for the most recent one that I've worked on. So I click this date modified, and you notice each time I click it, it resorts them by most recent at the top or most recent at the bottom. And there you can usually find what you're looking for. So that's how you use search everything. There's only one little thing that's kind of annoying about it, and that is when you start the computer, it wants permission to run because it runs as a service. You can stop that, but if you do stop it each time you want to use it, you may have to wait a little bit for it to re-index the drive. But the way you stop it is to click on Start and type in MSCONFIG. It's short for Microsoft Configuration. MSCONFIG. You see that right up, it finds it right at the top, and you click on that. And now, folks, don't do anything in any of these tabs except for Startup, okay, unless you really know what you're doing. But Startup you can play with. These are all the things, and this is really important. These are all the things that start up with your computer. All these icons that are down here in the clock, they come from here for the most part. So you can check and uncheck, reboot, come back in, see what's gone, what's not. If you didn't like the way that, you come back, put the check in, reboot again, and you can play with what you really need to have quick access to and what you don't. So anyway, you'll find in here, there's everything right there. So I'm just going to remove the check and click OK. And I don't have to restart now. So next time you restart, it won't start with Windows and it won't give you that little pop-up. Okay, thanks again. It's Jay at Workwise Computers in Kona. Thanks. 808-329-TECH.